Hi, it's Rabbi Andy Koren, Temple Emmanuel, Greensboro, North Carolina, and Shabbat Shalom. Today is the 20th day of the month of Elul, and I hope that your Shabbat has been going well. Tonight, as the sun goes down and into the night throughout the Jewish world, we will be gathering together for prayers of slichot, penitential prayers, ways that we look into our hearts. Here at Temple Emmanuel, we have a service. Maybe you'll be joining us for this. We'll be getting together tonight. And among the things that we do is we change the covers of our Torah from the covers that they wear through the entire year to the covers that are specifically designed for the high holidays. And so here's what I want to throw out today on the 20th day of Elul, on the Shabbat. And maybe some of us studied Torah this morning. We definitely didn't study this. Modern, maybe even futuristic models of change, teshuvah, as we say in Hebrew, this is the time of the year for that. And so I've got to tell you that for many decades now, maybe since the 1970s, the question has been out there: Darth Vader, the character from Star Wars. I'm being serious here, right? Did Darth Vader actually go through a process of teshuvah? Now, when I was growing up, there was just one movie. I mean, it was like, that first movie. And so all you saw was like this real terrible character. Well, now, many, many decades later, we've seen a fuller picture of the story, from when, the character who would go on to become Darth Vader was a kid, all the way through his life and his death, and even some messages from beyond. And there's a very strong case to be made that, yes, this is a story about so many other things, including futuristic Star Wars, or maybe it was past Star Wars, right, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, although it seems futuristic, and it seems to also be commenting on our own times. But this character, who really had been such a model, if you will, a symbol of all that is wrong in the world, changes. And we see that, spoiler alert for those who for some reason haven't seen this movie, we see that at the end of his life when the mask comes off and the character is revealed. And there's a moment of not just soul searching, but also saying sorry. Now, you can comment on this. Maybe you want to say that this never, that this wasn't a case of teshuvah. Look at all the terrible things that had happened. There's an idea in the Jewish tradition, I think that I mentioned this before, that we should say we're sorry. We should repent right before we die. And that's kind of what happens in this case also of Darth Vader. But there's so many other ways that we could look at this. And I'm wondering what your thoughts are. Maybe you say, no, it never really happened that way, right? But I think that the movie itself tells a bit of a different story, and we can use that as another model. We had a way that we grew up. Things changed. Something snapped. We found ourselves in a difficult time, maybe even rising to a position of prominence, sometimes even carrying out the wishes of others. But it comes back to us. We find ourselves in a position to change, or if not to fully change, then at least to recognize where we went wrong and to say we're sorry. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know if other stories like this. But I wanted to put that out there for just something for us to chew on this Shabbat. I hope that, again, this is a reason, or at least an example that we can learn from and also grow from. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and we'll see you again real soon. Shabbat Shalom.